What's wrong with capitalism? The Supreme Court, for starters. Let's go to the recent Supreme Court ruling on the Environmental Protection Agency and power plants. Just like the Supreme Court ruling blocking women's right to choose, this ruling, which curtails the EPA's ability to regulate power plant emissions, creates chaos. It's chaos with a definitive reactionary direction. Power plants contribute 25% of greenhouse gases, mostly carbon dioxide. That causes climate change. There's much more involved with fossil fuel power plant emissions. Also spewed out are nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides, and particulate matter. Asthma and other respiratory problems are caused and exacerbated by these air pollutants. Here's where the inequality comes in. Sizable populations of people of color live in the vicinity of power plants. This radical right-wing court claimed that the EPA may not regulate emissions because Congress didn't directly give them the authority to do so. And when an issue involves significant national policy, only Congress can give authority to the EPA to set regulatory standards. Translation: don't you dare try to transition the country to green energy away from fossil fuels and mega profits. A chorus of environmental groups is calling for President Biden to declare a climate emergency. The Sunrise Movement has played a role in activating youth. They are calling on Biden to use the Defense Production Act to speed up the transition to renewable energy. To date, he has been doing the opposite. The Food and Water Action Group demands the following: declare a national climate emergency, halt the approval of new fossil fuel projects, stop fossil fuel exports, end fossil fuel leasing on federal lands, launch a just, equitable, renewable energy revolution. A just, equitable, renewable energy revolution needs to be spelled out. For example, the demand for reparations for African Americans with a connection to slavery is on the table in California. According to a 2020 study, 19 of the 20 most polluted counties were in California. Any reparations with a climate justice component should include an option to relocate to an environmentally healthy areas. For example, near passive open space, nature preserves, and wildlife refuges. The article concludes transformational, environmentally conscious working class forces from the shops and neighborhoods where these power plants are located will be regulating carbon emissions as we jumpstart the transition to green energy.